Survey after survey points to an America that has never been more unhappy. Less and less of us. Today, only 1/3 of Americans would describe themselves as very happy. According to a recent World Happiness Report, the United States ranks 17th, far behind number one Denmark. We even trail Malaysia, Vietnam, and Israel. A Harvard Medical School study concluded that Americans have a higher percentage of depressed people than war-torn countries like Lebanon and Nigeria. America, in a country with everything we could ever want, secure freedoms, good health care, and the highest levels of income in the world. How could this be possible? There are, of course, many, many reasons why this is the case. But now I want to point out just one: the challenge of social media. Many of us, and of course, many of our teenagers today can build personal little fan bases through social media. Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Snapchat, Instagram. Today, for the first time in human history, we can broadcast the details of our lives to friends and strangers throughout the world in an astonishingly efficient way. Now, of course, that's good for staying in touch with friends and family, but it also puts a minor form of fame seeking within each and every one of us. And several studies show that this can make us very unhappy. It makes sense. Do we ever post pictures of ourselves yelling at our kids or having a hard time at work? Of course not. We post smiling photos of the perfect hiking trip or the extraordinary accomplishments of our perfect children. In many ways, we build fake lives, or at least incomplete lives, and then share it with the world. It's amazing what some people will post. Furthermore, we consume almost exclusively the fake lives of our social media friends. You've got 50 Twitter followers? Great. But your best friend down the street has 500. And Lady Gaga, by the way, in case you're counting, has 39 million. Think about it. How could it not make you feel worse to spend part of your time pretending to be happier than you are, and the other part of the time seeing how much happier others seem to be than you? People that always seem to have more Facebook friends than you do. And it makes sense that in one poll, 60% of respondents said they do not feel better about themselves after spending time on social media. And 76% believe other people make themselves look happier, more attractive, and more successful than they actually are on their Facebook pages. And remember, if you're on Facebook, there are more than 1 billion other people who can mainline their great and perfect times, their brand new car, their brand new large house, their vacation that you've had to save 10 years to take. All of this can go straight into your heart and into your mind. Now, most of us flatter ourselves that we're above that kind of crassness. Consider all the expensive purchases or exclusive vacation photos that you've posted in the past. In a wealthy culture like ours, there's a lot of opportunity for that kind of posting, as well as for the letdown that follows when the happiness we may seek from doing this never really comes. The tradition has some answers, some advice. In this week's Torah portion, the Torah states, and Esau said, "I have a lot." And Jacob said, "V'chi yesh li chol," I have everything. Which of the two brothers is truly richer? Which of the two is truly richer? The Chafetz Chaim, the greatest rabbis, one of the greatest rabbis of the last generation, commented that with these two remarks, we see the difference between the worldviews of Jacob and Esau. Esau said that he had a lot. Even though he had a large amount, he still wanted more. But remember Jacob, our ancestor. However, he said, "I have everything. I am not missing anything at all." Esau constantly wanted more, while Jacob felt great satisfaction in what he did have. If we're going to spend a lot of time on social media, let us never be like Esau, having the attitude that we never really have enough nice pictures or enough Facebook likes or friends will cause us constant frustration. When we focus in on what we lack or think we lack, no matter where, no matter in the real world or in social media, our lives will be filled with constant anxiety and suffering. Instead, can we live with the attitude of Jacob, our father, who said, "I have everything that I need." We only increase our chances of being happy if we can internalize this attitude throughout our lives. I have enough, everything that I would ever need. As the famous Pirkei Avot reminds us, who is the rich person? He who is happy with his portion. A message that has never been more relevant. I hope to see all of you this Shabbat. Shabbat Shalom.